Hi class, in this video I am going to show you how to navigate the course, and the goal is for you to become better familiar with the organization of the course as well as the content. So as you will see in our homepage, you will find links to the syllabus, the modules, and the 2 textbooks that we will be using. You do not have to purchase these textbooks. These textbooks are what we call open source, which means that they are free and they are basically PDF files. So this is supplemental reading for you, but you do not have to purchase these textbooks. Like I said, they are free and they are linked and uploaded to our Canvas course page. I also have a link to my office hours through Zoom, so this is a short way to access those. Of course, if you do want to meet with me through Zoom, please go ahead and email me first. That way we can go ahead and set up a time that works for both of us. Speaking of email, the best way to contact me is through Canvas Inbox, which is the Canvas email option. And the reason for that is because I do have an NMSU email address, which I do write in the course introduction page. And I also have a DCC email address, but in those emails, I get emails from the college, from administrators, from my department chair, from other faculty. So those email addresses, those email inboxes get full really quickly. And sometimes student emails get lost in there because I get constant emails every single day. So the Canvas inbox is devoted to students, and this is where I keep track of all the student emails. So the best way to communicate with me is through Canvas Inbox. I went ahead and clicked on quiz, and you can see the file right here. Now this is a preview of the file. If you want to go ahead and download it and save it, you can go ahead and click on download. But basically this is a standard syllabus. Please make sure that you read it. There's a lot of important information. Here you can find my phone number for my office. So if you call, please make sure that you leave a voicemail so that I know who you are, and that way I can call you back. Also, please make sure you mention what course you are in. I teach 5 different English classes, so if you just say that you're in my English class, that is not providing a lot of information. And moving on, as you can see, the syllabus has a course description. It also has the English department's diversity, equity, and inclusion statement. So you want to make sure that you look at all of this information. We will be having a syllabus quiz, which mostly will cover assignments and, assignment values and things like that. But if you look further down, right here, you will see the assignments we're going to have. We're going to have 3 major essays, which are the classical argument, the proposal, the visual analysis, and we're also going to have an annotated bibliography. And for all of these assignments, there are separate instructions, so you will find the instructions under each assignment in Canvas. And if you keep going down, it talks a little bit more about assignments, the writing exercises, when they are due. For example, writing exercises are due on Sundays. The discussion questions are due on Thursdays. So basically what this means is that your first response, which is responding to the question that I posted, the main discussion prompt, that is due by Thursday. And then you have until Saturday to reply to a classmate. So you have to reply to a classmate as well as respond to the main discussion prompt. And like I said, you have till Thursday to reply to the main discussion prompt, and then you have till Saturday to respond to a classmate. I leave all assignments open at least 1 day extra, just so, in case there's any issues with like Wi-Fi or computer malfunctions or anything like that. But please keep in mind that they still get counted late by Canvas, and discussion questions are the only assignments that are not submitted late whatsoever. And discussion questions are also the assignments that cannot be made up because they are submitted in a live forum. So once it closes, that's it. So please make sure that you don't miss any discussion questions or anything like that. We also have quizzes, which are due Fridays. And the big thing with quizzes that you want to remember is that you do not want to start a quiz before you are ready. Quizzes can only be taken once. So if you start it and then you don't finish it, or you close the window, it's going to kick you out, and that counts as 1 attempt. So please make sure that you don't start taking your quiz until you are ready. As far as classroom management, You want to make sure that you're respectful with everybody. You also want to make sure that all of the coursework that you type is yours and everything you write is original. You don't want to plagiarize, because now there's a policy where I have to report you, even if it's just like a first-time offense or things like that. I have to go ahead and report it. So just make sure that you don't plagiarize. Another thing to keep in mind is that this is an online class, which means that everything is done online. So you want to make sure that you have reliable access to computer and the internet. We do have a computer lab and free internet at all of our campuses. So if you do not have internet at home or you don't have a computer at home, you can go ahead and use one of our campuses. And we have East Mesa, Espina, Sunland Park, and Gadsden. So hopefully one of those is close enough to where you live so that you can access the computer labs in case you don't have access to Wi-Fi or a computer of your own. With that in mind, it's very important to note that computer malfunctions and Wi-Fi or internet connections don't count as excused absences or excused documentation for submitting an assignment late. So you want to make sure that you try to submit the assignment earlier rather than later. I always have students who tell me my internet went down and I wasn't able to submit it because they waited until the last minute. So I suggest don't wait until the last minute. Try to turn in the assignment a few hours ahead of time just in case there's any issues. But like I said, for most assignments, I do leave them open one extra day just in case you encounter any types of issues. However, they are still counted late, and like I mentioned, discussions, those are not opened. Those are not left open for an extra day. So you do want to make sure that you keep track of the due dates. All of the due dates are listed in the syllabus, and they are also listed on Canvas. So really there's no excuse to say, oh, I didn't know or anything like that. You can also go ahead and set up your notifications. That way it reminds you whenever assignments are due. As far as attendance and late work policy, I do not accept late work. However, I do accept late work if it's under some sort of emergency. What I mean by emergency, in case you get sick and you're feeling really ill, that you can't work on the assignments, and just like any other type of emergency, like car accidents, personal emergencies that you may encounter with your family, or anything like that. So basically what I'm talking about is serious issues or emergencies that might prevent you from completing your work. In that case, just speak to me or email me and we can go ahead and work something out. As far as work and scheduling conflicts and things like that, those really don't count as emergencies or excused absences for making up work. So just please keep that in mind, that like scheduling or being tired or not having enough time because you got out of work late, those don't really count as emergencies. So for that, obviously I won't accept late work. But if you're having a serious issue or an emergency or some sort of conflict, go ahead and talk to me and we can go ahead and set something up. However, please keep in mind that there is only so much I can do. Like for example, I can work with you and let you submit assignments late depending on what your situation is and how serious it is. But the semester ends at a specific date, so we have to finish everything by the end of the semester. Because I've had students who sometimes, they're going through very serious matters and they take about 3 or 4 months and they just run out of time because whatever they're going through is huge and is bigger than everything else, and they just don't have the time to complete it because of everything else that's going on. So just please keep that in mind, that even though sometimes I would like to give you a lot more time because you're going through a lot, the semester ends and we have to submit grades by that deadline. So unfortunately, there is a ticking clock, and like I said, I'll give you as much time as I can depending on what it is that you're going through. But we have to keep the deadlines in mind. Also, as far as physical attendance. It is an online class, which means that you have to log in weekly and you have to submit assignments. If you don't log in weekly or submit assignments, then that counts as you not being here. Also, as far as dropping, you are responsible for dropping the course. If you don't drop the course, your grade does result in an F, so please make sure that you fill out the proper paperwork and that you submit the proper paperwork in time to drop the course, either with a W or even before that. So please make sure that you speak to your advisor if you want to drop the course. Here we have netiquette for online classes, which of course it's important in terms of communication. This is an argumentative, it's not an argumentative class, but we do discuss rhetoric and we do have an argumentative essay. So we are going to be discussing topics that are controversial, and by controversial I mean that they are open to debate. So you want to make sure that you're respectful of people's opinions, and you want to make sure that you are not rude, or you do not use any language that is hateful or discriminatory or anything like that. It's okay to disagree, but it's also but it's important that we disagree in a respectful manner. And the other way around too, if somebody disagrees with you, please don't take it personally. It just means they have a different view. So we want to make sure that when we express our opinions or our arguments, we want to make sure that we are respectful at all times, and we do not put other people down, nor do we make false claims or anything like that. Remember that argumentative essays, especially academic arguments, they are grounded on facts. So we want to make sure we're not spreading false information or, saying things that are not true and things like that. And of course, like I do read the discussions, I monitor the discussions. So if anybody says something that is out of line, then obviously I will speak to you personally and privately to address that. We do offer tutoring for writing classes and other subjects. So if you are interested in tutoring, you would have to let me know, and then I let the coordinators know, and they can go ahead and add you to the Canvas tutoring page so that you can go ahead and access tutoring that way. Here we have some important dates to remember, and then here we have the schedule, which is organized weekly. And as you can see, this is what you have to read, and then we have the assignments due right here. So that is our syllabus, and it's of course the first thing you want to look at, and you want to refer to it weekly because, like I said, we have the weekly assignments there. You can also go ahead and look at the modules because the modules are also organized according to the syllabus, so you can see that the modules are organized by week, and then they also have the assignments right there. So each module has what we are discussing for that week, and then it also has the assignment. Now I realize that the modules and the syllabus can be a little bit confusing because it covers 16 weeks. So if you find the modules and the syllabus a little bit overwhelming, you can go ahead and click on announcements. I post an announcement every week, every Monday, and basically the announcement contains the overview for the week. So the announcement tells you what we are reading for that week and what we are covering and the assignments that are due. So if that's a little bit more manageable, make sure you read the announcements every Monday just so you know what's going on that week. Because I realize that for some people, looking at the syllabus and the modules can be a little bit overwhelming. So with the modules, we take it week by week. Also with the modules, I provide updates, and I also go ahead and provide information about extra credit and anything that's going on with the course, like if I'm extending deadlines or if there was a glitch or anything like that. So if you do encounter glitches or any broken links or anything like that, go ahead and let me know. That way I can go ahead and fix them because I'm definitely not perfect. So there's bound to be some mistakes. And like I said, here we have the links to the 2 textbooks. They are PDF files, and we also have them listed here. So after you've read the syllabus, you want to go ahead and read the introduction to the course So you want to go ahead and watch this video, which is the course introduction / navigation video, and then you want to go over this information. Here I basically talk a little bit about grading, how long it takes me, plagiarism, extra credit, the format of essays, Canvas if you need help, who to contact, and then I have the books linked there as well. And here we have our first assignments for the week. So this is a really good way to get started after you've read the syllabus. I also want to encourage you to download Office 365. So let's try it again. There we go. So once you click on that, it'll take you to the NMSU website, and basically you can download Microsoft Office 365 for free. You can download it to your computer. That way you don't have to purchase Microsoft Word. It's really easy to do, and I believe that you can do it on up to, does it say how many devices? I think it's 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But it's really useful. I bought a laptop a few years ago, and I thought, I'll just go ahead and buy Word, Microsoft Word, and then I saw how expensive it was. So I decided to download it, and then that computer kind of didn't work. It was a bad computer. And then I ended up buying a Mac computer, and that one doesn't have Office. It doesn't have Office 365, nor does it have Microsoft Word. So I just decided to download it again, and it worked, and that's how I use Microsoft Word and Excel and everything. So if you have a computer that doesn't have Word or Microsoft Office, make sure that you download Office 365 because it's really helpful. And if you download it to your computer, you can use it just like you would use Excel or PowerPoint or Microsoft Word. However, you can also use it online through your email. But that tends to be a little bit tricky whenever you're trying to submit assignments through Canvas. So I recommend downloading it to your laptop or your computer. That way it works just like regular Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint and all that. So really helpful information in this module. This module, like I said, it's like the getting started module, but it also shows you how to set up notifications on Canvas. And this one's really important because if you want to be notified every time I post an announcement or every time your grade is up, a new grade has been posted, or notified when assignments are due, go ahead and do that. And it's really helpful, like I said, because sometimes, we try to remember things, but the truth of the matter is if you have a lot of classes, it's hard. So the first step obviously is download the Canvas Instructure app on your phone, and then you can go ahead and set notifications either on your phone or on Canvas. And here's what it looks like right here. So here I showed you how to do it on the computer, and then I also show you how to do it on your phone, so that way you can get the notifications on your phone. Definitely make sure that you go through this module because, like I said, it does have a lot of important information. It also talks a little bit about Zoom, and it also talks about, extra credit and things like that. When it comes to extra credit, I offer extra credit for attending events and for attending tutoring. So if you attend tutoring, you have to fill out this form, the summary of tutoring session, and you have to upload it along with your essay. You get 5 points extra credit if you take your essay to tutoring. However, like I said, you have to have this form along with your essay. And you can go as many times as you want, but you only get 5 points extra credit. So make sure that you, if you're interested in tutoring, you can either go in person or you can go online. And I also wanted to point out that we are going to have a COVID module that you want to go ahead and make sure that you review. And I also am going to upload a mental health and social services module, which contains a lot of great information that has to do with local resources, such as food pantries, DACC counselors. By the way, DACC has counselors and social workers that are completely free. So if you're going through anything, if you know somebody who's going through things and they're DACC students, definitely refer them to the counselors. So I'm going to go ahead and be posting those modules as well. And something else to keep in mind is that I do post new resources or new content throughout the semester. I try to not do that a lot, but if I come across a resource or a video or something that I feel is really helpful, I will go ahead and update it or upload it to the course, and then I will go ahead and send out an announcement and say, oh, check out this video for APA. It's been very helpful, or and things like that. I do have some videos on APA and how to conduct research, but I'm thinking of updating that as well. So in case I do update them, like I said, I will let you know through the announcements. Because something to keep in mind, is that obviously all the assignments are set up and everything is already uploaded into the course, but it is a work in progress as well. So sometimes I might post new videos, or I might look for resources. Like if somebody's really struggling with fallacies, I might try to go find some new content to put into the course. And of course, I will keep you posted under announcements just to let you know, hi, I posted a new video that has to do with APA, in case any of you want to watch it. Because like I said, it is a work in progress and new content is constantly being produced, and I also have to include content depending on the needs of students. So sometimes I might post new things and I will go ahead and let you know. But like I said, I'm not going to post new assignments or anything like that, because all of that has been already uploaded and it's ready to go. So if any of you feel like you want to get ahead, you can definitely go ahead and do that with assignments. I just encourage you to not get too ahead, because you do want to make sure that you receive some feedback first. And what I mean by that is that you don't want to complete all 3 essays right now, because I haven't even graded the first essay. So you want to make sure to pace yourself, but you can go ahead and get a little bit ahead if you'd like. Of course, you don't have to do that. If you want to keep the schedule, you can. But if you're really busy and you want to get ahead, that's also up to you. That's one of the wonderful things about online classes, is that you can take it kind of like at your own pace. So this concludes this video. Like I said, I went over some of the syllabus and I also showed you how to navigate the course. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Obviously, the best way to become familiar with Canvas is to go ahead and explore the course and click around. Just be careful with the quizzes, because you don't want to start a quiz and click on it and then close a window and you can only take the quiz once. So be careful with the quizzes, but with everything else you can go ahead and click and explore. And if you're completely new to Canvas, definitely consider getting Canvas training, where they show you how to use Canvas. So that is the end of this video. I did go ahead and mention a lot of information, and the video is rather long, but I really wanted to cover some important stuff. In case there's anything I did not cover and you have some questions, please let me know. You can go ahead and email me, or you can go ahead and call my office and I will get back to you.